Hello, my name is Ekaterina Kolesnikova, and today I'll be going over a little bit about my ceremonial speech and also just a little bit about general information on the semester. In regards to my ceremonial speech, it was about Dr. Phil. The purpose of the speech was, of course, to educate my audience why everyone should admire Dr. Phil. And now, when it came to that, I found it to be very important to be able to use my ethos. Dress appropriately, have a proper tone, have a proper voice, make sure that the audience is aware that you're using accredited sources, and that is something that built my speech up, and that's why I felt really confident going into it. When it came to technology, I used my laptop as usual to make sure I got that nice wide angle so you can see my entire audience, and also, of course, my microphone, which creates very good volume, and I really like it. I honestly wouldn't probably change anything. I mean, if my laptop had a little bit better quality, that'd be awesome, but other than that, I think it worked pretty well. Now, for the structure and the organization of my speech, I found it to be very important to make sure that I had my main points set up appropriately, information kind of came per point, and that I like that kind of structure. I don't like kind of mixing it all up together because then it becomes a little confusing, but it's easier to be able to memorize the information when it is in a structured format like that, especially stepping off to the left, saying your first main point, stepping off to the right, saying your next main point, and all of that. So honestly, I wouldn't change any of that. It felt really natural to me, especially knowing the information is something that really did help me, and I think I felt very, very confident. Well, as I was developing my speech, my audience did respond really positively, especially the story on Isaiah. I know I definitely grabbed someone's pathos. A couple of the audience was tearing up a little bit because of the way I explained it, which I did not expect at all. But I'm glad that I got that reaction, even though normally I'm not the emotional type necessarily. I think it was great that I was able to bring that out with my voice, my information, and just everything that kind of came together. I think it worked just perfect. Felt really natural to be able to see my audience react that way. And I wouldn't change anything from that. Having those positive reactions from my audience really built my confidence and allowed me to continue with my speech, and it made me happy towards the end, which I found to be really awesome. Other than that, I mean, again, the pathos just kind of worked really well, especially that one story explaining how poor Isaiah was permanently paralyzed, and the audience grabbed it right away, and it was awesome. Now, when it comes to my speech, what really worked was, again, having everything in order and knowing the information. That worked for me. What didn't work so well is some of the resources were kind of hard to find exact information, especially as to why Dr. Phil is a hero. I did struggle a little bit with it, but I think I built up my first beginning of that point really well. Again, as I mentioned, it's all about Isaiah. My audience really grabbed onto that piece of information. But those are probably the areas I would improve on, is trying to locate a couple more sources that I can use. And I used quite a few of them in this, so it was a little hard to memorize it all, but definitely find specific sources that provide great information. That's something that I would use in my future speeches. Other than that, though, I mean, I've learned a lot in this class. The specific information I thought was important to me for this specific speech was physical and verbal delivery. When you know the information, sometimes you want to be more not as structured, you want to kind of move around a little bit more, and also I know sometimes in the past I used to forget about moving left to right, putting up my points. So physical and verbal delivery, just kind of reading that over on chapter 18, page 135, was really positive for me, and it helped me out to make the speech what it is today. Overall, as a public speaker, I've definitely done much better. I think I've improved so much. I mean, I just see myself already. I'm able to speak more confidently, more positively. I'm able to verify information, convey it more, and that's really helped me out a lot, especially in my current position at the bank. It helps with customers. I mean, it's great. Something that I did learn that I still carry with me in everyday life is chapter 9, page 68, about ethos. Dress appropriately, use accredited sources, make sure you have the right tone, and all of that. That helps me in my current life, and school and everything else. It makes me feel like I'm being respected, and I know the audience respects me or whomever I'm working with. In the future, I'd probably, anything to change at this class, honestly, I wouldn't change a lot. If it was me, what I would start is definitely maybe doing more vlogs. It's really helpful. What I'd stop, definitely nothing. But what I would continue is the way that this class has been structured. I really enjoyed it, and it's been great being able to work with all of you. It's just been an awesome time. Thank you.